Hey there, everyone. This is Dr. John Tantillo, the Marketing Doctor, for Sunday, October the 20th, 2024. Some of you may be thinking, I haven't heard from you in a while. And the reason for that was that I was a little bit, I guess, under the weather. I had a lot of things going on, and I just didn't want to communicate that to my friends. And so we'll leave it at that. I don't want to really get into what was going on. Some great news. I had a wonderful visit with my sister. It's interesting. I talked to my sister about this. My sister, who was born in 54 and I was born in 51, is 3 years difference. For the most part, we never really fought. We had a wonderful relationship. At least I think so. And we talked about it and she agreed. I had one set of interests, which was that I love television and she not so much. And I would be watching TV and she would want to play a game and I would say no. And it was kind of like that. And what also happened was that relatives, and I won't mention names, but they were kind of jealous of the relationship that my sister and I had. And to make a long story short, she stayed for a few days. We went to two fine restaurants. One was the Sicilian Butcher, where I had my eggplant parmesan without the cheese. And the second place was a place called Eddie's Seafood and Steakhouse in Scottsdale, where my sister, who's a tough critic, thought that was the best steak she ever had. So Monica's boyfriend paid for that, and it was absolutely delicious. And all of us had filet mignon. So there you have it. We did not do the dessert. So that was really really good. Last night I was toggling through the TV and I saw the tail end of Goodfellas, which was a very kind of disturbing movie. But nevertheless, I watched the end of that, and then came on A Bronx Tale, and I really hadn't seen it since I went to the movies and saw it. And it was written by a fellow by the name of Chaz Palminteri. And I knew Chaz Palminteri as a bouncer and the head of security, actually, for a nightclub called the Limelight. And Chaz would always take care of me when I used to go to the Limelight, which was on, I think it was 6th Avenue and around 20th Street. The line would be around the block, and as soon as he saw me, he would wave me in and comp me, so I never had to pay. And at that time, I knew the owner, Peter Gation, uh, and it just was a wonderful, wonderful experience. Well, to make a long story short, he had a restaurant called I think it was called Ristorante Palminteri. And I went there and I met him once again after a number of years. And he didn't remember me, to be quite frank. Well, I mean, the guy is a renowned actor, and he wrote this movie called A Bronx Tale that I saw again last night for the first time, after I saw it the first time in the movies. And I have to tell you, it was really a well-written movie. It was first a play, and I recommend you see that movie or go see the play. It's really, 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 really good. And I realized that he's a year younger than I am. He's born in 52. I was born in 51. And when I met him with my dear friend Colleen Kelly, he was very cordial. He took a picture with us. And I really liked his restaurant. He really did a good job with the restaurant. And now he has a new location, he was on the Second Avenue and I think about 44th Street. And then he moved 46th Street. And then he moved to the west side, something like maybe Fifth Avenue or Sixth Avenue or something like that. And I really enjoyed it. And every time he saw me, he was very, very cordial. But like I said, he did not remember me. Now you got to remember that I knew him in the 80s, and I would take O'Reilly there. I would take friends there, and never had to pay. And it was probably, I think, one of the best nightclubs. It was the nightclub that became a church. I'm sorry, it was a church that became a nightclub. So I thought that that was great. All right, I'm one of the reasons, additional reasons that I am doing this video is that I'm off for another week. I've been off celebrating the Jewish holiday. And now, if you want to know what Jewish holiday this is Sukkot. And that has to do with the harvest. And technically speaking, it ends on the 24th. But what they do at Toro is they give you off until the 27th. I believe it's that Monday. So I go back to school then. And so we got that going on. What's going on in terms of my personal life is that, as I think I signaled, and some people said it took enough time for you to get this procedure on November the 8th, which I believe is a Thursday. I go in for an angiogram, which is an assessment. They want to assess whether or not I'm going to need a TAVR, which is a heart valve procedure. And the angiogram is a way of evaluating whether or not I need it or not. So I'm right on top of everything, and I'm feeling great. No symptoms, and that there you go. Very important for you to go regularly to my cardiologist. My cardiologist said to me, "I hear something with a murmur." I then went for um, I always get this a sonogram to actually find out what was going on, and they assessed that it was that there might be a valve issue, and the angiogram is to confirm that. And if it is, I don't think they actually do uh, the angio uh, the angioplasty or the procedure to correct the valve. That's another procedure. So that's what's going on in terms of my life. I'm feeling much better. I'm about to write a column regarding polls. Now, my degree is in applied research psychology. So any of the polls that you see are not scientific polls. The scientific polls are the polls that are done by the campaign. So there are two types of polls. There are public polls, which is what you see, which its intention is to sway public opinion, and the other is what you call private polls that are done by the campaign. Public polls are done by vested interest participants, and private polls are done by the campaigns that give people a rough idea of what's going on. And what I'm going to basically do is write a an article which deals with this issue, and the issues are a poll that says registered voters, throw it out. If the poll has less than 1,000 respondents, throw it out. If the demographics aren't 52 women, 48 men, throw it out. And if it isn't the same number of Democrats as there are Republicans, throw it out. Because what they're doing is skewing the results for Democrats. Okay. And if we know one thing, we know it all, is that Harris has more support from women than men. And that's just the way it is. And that's my marketing background coming out. So anyway, I'm going to, right after this video, I'm going to write or pen that article. So sometime this week, it will be published by Newsmax. So that's what's in fact going on. Halloween is coming up. I never was a big Halloween fan. What could I tell you? I know some people are. I don't know if Donovan is going to be up for that, but I'm sure Monica and Donovan will be up for that. In terms of my exercise and walking, the different strategy, we're mixing it up. What we're doing is I'm only going one time a week on Tuesdays to do extensive walking. And the other 5 days, I do exercises, and I do upper body exercises where I get up out of the chair and move my legs, um, move my legs to side, backwards to forwards. In other words, I'm doing a lot of exercising. And also, for my heart, I'm in a program for to keep your heart intact, and that's more like I have to measure my blood pressure before I do things, and I have this band that I stretch it back and forth, up and down. I have they asked me to turn my head around, move my shoulders, and I'm doing that. So I'm doing a lot of exercising. And all my educational consultants are so happy that I'm so active. My blood sugar is wonderful. The only thing I got to worry about, and that's why I rant on about yeah, excuse me, you have to do what the doctors tell you, and you have to see the doctors. My blood sugar, I'm like 73% of the time I'm in range. I mean, there's no, I'm getting around much better, but I still haven't gotten this walking situation to the level that I wanted to go to. So, but really, I needed a little bit of a break. I got that little bit of a break, and this next week I'm off, so I'm from school. I go back next Monday, not tomorrow, the 21st, but the 28th. I go back, and that's really about it. Um, I just can't say enough about when I put everything in perspective, how positive I am about life in general and how I'm having, I wouldn't say the time of my life, but seeing that movie last night, Bronx Tale, brought back a lot of my memories. Seeing Chaz and having all those good club days. Me going out with O'Reilly coming to me, what are we doing tonight? Or what are we doing on the weekend? And me saying, well, we'll go to this club or that club. And me having the juice to get it done. And as he would like to ask me, how did you do that? And I would tease him and say, I'm not telling you. But anyway, so that's it for now. Remember to vote. I got my ballot, early ballot, that I still haven't decided whether or not to put it in the mail or to go to a voting location for early voting. So Donovan is coming in about an hour to help me organize the place. So that's what's going on. And that's about it. Look for my article. I still haven't come up with a title. It will be something like uh, um, how to evaluate a poll, or to be something more sexy than that to get clickbait. And that's about it. So that's about it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is John Tantillo, the Marketing Doctor. And remember to go brand yourself. Thank you. And oh, by the way, this means I came, I saw, I conquered. Okay, Latin. Okay, take care, everybody. Be good. And thanks for following me. Bye bye.